The unexpected defender. The vast emptiness of space stretched before the UDS horizon, a sleek reconnaissance vessel assigned to humanity's most distant outpost. Captain Elena Rodriguez gripped the command chair, her weathered hands betraying years of space exploration and military service. The ship's advanced sensor array hummed with quiet intensity, scanning the darkness beyond Jupiter's orbit. Anomaly detected at Sector 7 Charlie, Lieutenant Marcus Chen called out, his voice cutting through the bridge's controlled atmosphere. Unknown energy signature approaching at high velocity. Elena's cybernetic eye, a replacement from her previous encounter with a micrometeor storm, zoomed in on the holographic display. The approaching object didn't match any known human or previously encountered alien configurations. Its movement was too precise, too calculated to be random space debris. Tactical analysis, she commanded, her voice steady despite the growing tension. Commander Sarah Quasey, head of tactical operations, ran her fingers across the holographic interface. Composition is unlike anything in our databases. Quantum resonance suggests advanced propulsion technology. Definitely not natural origin. The Horizon had been positioned as an early warning system, a sentinel guarding humanity's expanding frontier. Earth had learned harsh lessons from previous encounters, never again would they be caught unprepared. Each exploration vessel was now a potential line of defense, equipped with technologies that blended scientific curiosity with military precision. Marcus's console erupted with warning signals. They're scanning us. Quantum entanglement communication detected. They know we're here. Elena's mind raced. First contact scenarios ran through her tactical training like a well-rehearsed dance. Humanity had developed a complex protocol for potential alien encounters: observe, communicate, defend, in that order. Open a standard communication channel, she ordered. Broadcast on all known frequency bands, including quantum and gravitational wave spectrums. The message was simple, crafted by linguists and diplomatic experts, a universal greeting that expressed peaceful intent while simultaneously demonstrating technological capability. It was both an invitation and a warning: approach with respect, or face consequences. Seconds stretched into minutes. The unknown vessel continued its approach, now close enough for visual confirmation. It was unlike any spacecraft humans had ever designed. Smooth, almost organic in its curvature, it seemed to absorb and reflect light in impossible ways. "They're not responding to our communication," Sarah noted, her hand hovering near the defensive system's activation switch. Elena knew what that meant. Silence could indicate multiple scenarios: technological incompatibility, deliberate ignorance, or hostile intent. Her cybernetic eye began running multiple predictive algorithms, calculating potential engagement strategies. "Prepare defensive protocols," she commanded. "But do not, I repeat, do not initiate aggressive action unless directly threatened." The bridge crew moved with practiced efficiency. Years of training and simulation had prepared them for this moment. Each member understood the stakes: this encounter could determine humanity's future in deep space. The alien vessel continued its approach, now close enough to see intricate patterns that seemed to shift and change with each passing moment. It was beautiful and terrifying, a testament to technologies far beyond current human understanding. Marcus's voice broke the tension. "Captain, they're transmitting something. It's not like any communication protocol we've seen." A complex series of quantum-encoded signals began flooding the Horizon systems. The ship's AI began working overtime, attempting to decode and understand the transmission. Elena watched, her augmented eye processing information at speeds beyond normal human perception. This was more than just a potential first contact. This was a moment that would define humanity's place in the cosmic ecosystem. Little did they know, this encounter would be the spark of a conflict that would test the very limits of human ingenuity, resilience, and survival. Tactical ingenuity. The quantum signals continued to pulse through the Horizon systems, creating a symphony of digital complexity that challenged every computational algorithm on board. Captain Elena Rodriguez watched intently as Lieutenant Marcus Chen worked to decipher the alien transmission. "It's not just a message," Marcus muttered, his fingers dancing across holographic interfaces. "It's more like a probe. They're testing our systems, mapping our technological capabilities." Commander Sarah Quasey leaned in, her augmented vision overlaying complex data patterns. "Defensive firewalls are holding, but they're sophisticated. Whatever is sending this isn't just trying to communicate, it's attempting to understand us at a fundamental level." The alien vessel maintained its position, a silent sentinel that seemed to breathe with technological life. Elena knew they were in a delicate dance of information and intention. Humanity had learned that first contact was as much about communication as it was about survival. "Marcus, prepare a counter-transmission," Elena ordered. "But not a direct response. We'll feed them exactly what we want them to see." The plan was intricate. Instead of revealing their full technological capabilities, they would create a carefully crafted data package. Embedded within seemingly simple communication protocols were layers of complexity, quantum encrypted messages that would provide false trails, technological red herrings that would keep the alien intelligence guessing. Dr. Aisha Patel, the ship's lead xenolinguist, approached the captain. Her augmented neural implants were already processing the alien signals. The communication pattern suggests a collective intelligence. Not just a ship, but potentially a hive mind or distributed consciousness. The implications were staggering. Humanity had theorized about such forms of intelligence but had never confirmed their existence. The horizon was now at the bleeding edge of first contact, potentially rewriting everything known about intelligent life in the universe. "Quantum decoy sequences ready," Marcus announced. The ship's AI had been working overtime, creating intricate patterns of misinformation that looked like genuine technological data. It was a digital sleight of hand, showing strength without revealing vulnerability. Suddenly, the alien vessel began to shift. Its surface rippled like liquid metal, creating geometric patterns that defied traditional understanding of spacecraft design. Sarah's tactical systems went into overdrive, tracking every microscopic change. "They're adapting," she warned. "Our counter-transmissions aren't just being received, they're being analyzed and responded to in real time." Elena understood the true nature of this encounter. This wasn't just a potential threat, it was an intelligence testing the boundaries of human capability. Every transmitted signal, every defensive maneuver was a complex dialogue written in the language of technology. "Full spectrum analysis," Elena commanded. "I want to know everything about these transmissions. Origin, composition, intention." The bridge became a hive of activity. Holographic displays showed cascading streams of data, quantum signatures, energy fluctuations, communication patterns. Humanity's most advanced technology was being pushed to its absolute limits. Dr. Patel's voice cut through the tension. "They're trying to communicate something beyond language. It's like a challenge. Or a test." Marcus suddenly tensed. "Captain, I'm detecting a pattern. They're not just scanning us, they're waiting for something. Our response is part of a larger interaction we don't yet understand." The alien vessel continued its silent observation, a technological sphinx posing a riddle that could determine the fate of human exploration. Elena knew they were walking a razor's edge. One wrong move could escalate from scientific exploration to interstellar conflict. "Maintain defensive posture," she said quietly. "But prepare for anything." The dance continued. Humanity's most advanced reconnaissance vessel faced an unknown intelligence that seemed to blur the lines between communication and confrontation. In the vast emptiness of space, a battle of wits was unfolding, one that would test the very limits of human ingenuity. The turning point. The silence shattered without warning. A massive energy surge erupted from the alien vessel, transforming the quiet standoff into a sudden, violent engagement. The horizon's defensive systems screamed to life, quantum shields flickering into existence mere microseconds before the first wave of alien weaponry struck. Multiple energy signatures detected. Sarah Quasey's voice was razor-sharp as she coordinated the ship's defensive protocols. They're not just scanning, they're preparing to engage. Captain Elena Rodriguez felt time slow down. Years of training crystallized into split-second decisions. The alien vessel had revealed its true nature, no longer a mysterious observer, but a clear and present threat. Evasive pattern Delta 7, Elena commanded. Divert all non-essential power to quantum shields and electromagnetic deflectors. Lieutenant Marcus Chen's fingers flew across the holographic interface, routing power and implementing defensive strategies developed through decades of theoretical space combat scenarios. The Horizon wasn't just a reconnaissance vessel anymore, it was humanity's first line of defense. The first alien energy burst struck with impossible precision. A beam of light that wasn't light, something that warped space itself, sliced through the area where the Horizon had been moments before. The ship's advanced navigation systems had predicted and avoided the attack by milliseconds. Dr. Ayesha Patel worked frantically at her station, analyzing the alien weapon's signature. "This isn't conventional weaponry," she called out. "It's manipulating quantum states. Each attack is a probabilistic event, they're not just shooting, they're fundamentally altering the potential outcomes of our existence." Elena's cybernetic eye processed information at speeds beyond human comprehension. The alien vessel was learning, adapting with each defensive maneuver the Horizon executed. It was a living weapon, an intelligence that transformed combat into a dynamic, evolving puzzle. "Prepare counter-frequency transmission," Elena ordered. "We'll use their own communication method against them." The plan was audacious. Instead of traditional weapons, the Horizon would weaponize information. Marcus began encoding a complex quantum signal, a digital weapon designed to disrupt the alien vessel's communication and computational systems. Sarah's tactical display showed the escalating conflict. "They've launched what appear to be autonomous attack drones. But they're not like anything in our database, they seem to be quantum entangled, capable of existing in multiple states simultaneously." The space around the Horizon transformed into a battlefield of impossible geometry. Energy bursts bent around the ship, attacks existed and didn't exist at the same moment. Human technology pushed against the very limits of known physical laws. Targeting their communication matrix, Marcus announced. The quantum transmission was a work of digital warfare, a signal designed to introduce chaos into the alien vessel's collective intelligence. For a moment, everything stopped. The alien vessel froze. Its impossible geometries became static, its fluid surface suddenly rigid. The quantum-encoded transmission had found a weakness, a moment of computational uncertainty. Dr. Patel's voice was a mix of scientific wonder and strategic triumph. "We've disrupted their collective intelligence. Even if only for a moment, we've proven that human innovation can challenge a technology far beyond our current understanding." Elena watched the alien vessel, waiting for its next move. This was more than a battle, it was a declaration. Humanity would not be an easy conquest. They would fight, adapt, and survive. "Maintain defensive posture," she commanded. "But be ready for anything." In the vast emptiness of space, a single human vessel had just demonstrated that technological superiority was not about raw power, but about adaptability, creativity, and the unbreakable human spirit of survival. Sacrifice and determination. The aftermath of the quantum disruption left an uneasy silence across the Horizon's bridge. Captain Elena Rodriguez knew the momentary victory was just that, momentary. The alien vessel, though temporarily stunned, remained a looming threat in the vast darkness of space. "Damage report," she called out, her voice steady despite the tension that coiled through the ship's systems. Lieutenant Marcus Chen's hands moved across his console, running diagnostics. "Quantum shields at 62% capacity. We've got microfractures in the primary hull integrity. The last energy burst did more damage than our initial scans showed." Commander Sarah Quasey approached with a holographic overlay of the ship's status. We've bought ourselves time, but not much more. That transmission was a one-time strategy. They'll adapt quickly. Deep within the ship's engineering section, Chief Engineer Diego Ramirez was fighting a different battle. The quantum drive, the heart of the Horizon's advanced propulsion system, was showing signs of critical strain. Each defensive maneuver, each quantum manipulation, had pushed the ship's technology to its absolute limits. "Come on, girl," Diego muttered, his hands moving with the practiced precision of a surgeon. Tattoos of previous mission patches decorated his arms, a visual history of humanity's space exploration. Each patch represented a challenge overcome, a boundary pushed. The ship's AI, Aria, Advanced Responsive Intelligence Assistant, projected a holographic representation of the damage. "Quantum drive is experiencing cascading system failures," the AI reported. Estimated time to total system collapse, 47 minutes. Dr. Aisha Patel entered the engineering section, her neural implants already processing potential solutions. "We can't just sit and wait for system failure," she said, her eyes scanning the complex quantum matrices. "There's got to be a way to redistribute the energy load." Diego looked up, a grim smile crossing his face. "I've got an idea. But it's going to be risky." Back on the bridge, Elena received an encrypted communication from Earth Command. The message was brief but clear: "Hold your position. Do not engage unless absolutely necessary." Humanity was watching, analyzing every moment of this unprecedented encounter. "They want us to be observers," Sarah said, her voice tinged with frustration. "After what we've just experienced." Elena understood the complexity of the situation. This wasn't just a military engagement, it was a potential turning point in human history. Every action, every decision, could alter humanity's future in deep space. In the medical bay, Dr. Michael Chen, the ship's chief medical officer, was dealing with the human cost of their encounter. Several crew members had suffered quantum-induced neural stress from the alien vessel's energy transmissions. The human body wasn't designed for this level of technological interaction. "Their neural pathways are showing unprecedented adaptation," Michael muttered, studying the medical scans. "It's like our bodies are trying to understand and resist an entirely new form of energy interaction." The ship suddenly trembled. Not from an external attack, but from an internal system reconfiguration. Diego's risky plan was taking shape. "Captain," he called over the communication system, "I'm rerouting quantum energy through the auxiliary communication arrays. It's a long shot, but we might be able to create a quantum resonance field that could act as both a defensive and offensive mechanism." Elena understood immediately. It was a desperate strategy, using the ship's communication systems as a weapon, transforming communication technology into a shield and a sword. The alien vessel began to move again. Its surface rippled with impossible geometries, suggesting a rapid adaptation to their previous quantum disruption. But this time, the Horizon was ready. "Full quantum resonance," Elena commanded. The ship transformed. Energy began to pulse from its communication arrays, creating a field that wasn't just a defensive barrier but an active, dynamic system that could potentially disrupt the alien vessel's computational matrix. Marcus watched in awe as the quantum field expanded. "It's like we're creating a mathematical argument," he said. "We're not just defending, we're challenging their entire technological paradigm." Dr. Patel's voice cut through the tension. "They're trying to understand us. Every interaction is a form of communication. We're not just fighting, we're proving our intelligence, our adaptability." The alien vessel responded with a burst of energy that defied conventional physics. But the Horizon stood firm. Its quantum field absorbed, redirected, and partially reflected the attack. Diego's voice came through the comm system, strained but triumphant. "Quantum drive is holding. But we can't sustain this for long." Elena knew what that meant. They were buying time, not just for themselves, but for all of humanity. Each moment of resistance was a message to the unknown intelligence confronting them. Humanity would not go quietly. They would fight, adapt, and survive. Maintain quantum resonance, she ordered. Let them know we're not going down without a fight. In the vast emptiness of space, the horizon became more than a ship. It was a symbol of human determination, of a species unwilling to be conquered, unwilling to be silent in the face of the unknown. Humanity's resolve. Time became a malleable concept as the horizon continued its impossible stand against the alien vessel. The quantum resonance field that Chief Engineer Diego Ramirez had engineered was a testament to human innovation, a delicate, dynamic system that danced on the razor's edge of technological possibility. Captain Elena Rodriguez watched the holographic displays, her cybernetic eye processing information at speeds that blurred the line between human and machine. The alien vessel had stopped its direct attacks, instead probing, analyzing, attempting to understand the incomprehensible resistance before it. "They're studying us," Dr. Aisha Patel observed, her neural implants parsing through layers of quantum communication. "Every interaction is a form of communication. We're not just fighting, we're having a conversation in a language of pure information." Commander Sarah Quasey tensed. "A conversation that could end with our destruction." Lieutenant Marcus Chen's hands moved across his console, tracking the increasingly complex quantum interactions. "Look at the communication patterns," he said, his voice a mixture of scientific wonder and strategic analysis. "They're not just responding, they're learning. Adapting." Deep within the ship, the quantum drive continued to pulse with an energy that defied conventional understanding. Diego Ramirez had become a maestro of impossible technology, routing power, redistributing energy, keeping the horizon functioning through sheer human determination. Suddenly, the alien vessel changed. Its impossible geometries began to shift, not in an aggressive stance, but in a way that suggested communication. Dr. Patel leaned forward, her entire being focused on decoding the emerging pattern. "It's not a weapon," she breathed. "It's a message." The ship's AI, Aria, began translating. The communication was unlike anything humanity had ever encountered, a complex tapestry of quantum information that spoke of origin, of purpose, of a universe far more complex than anyone had imagined. In the medical bay, Dr. Michael Chen monitored the crew's physiological responses. The prolonged quantum exposure was changing them, creating neural pathways that expanded the very definition of human consciousness. "Their bodies are adapting," Michael reported to Elena. "It's like we're evolving in real time, our biology responding to this unprecedented encounter." Elena understood the significance. This was more than a battle. It was a transformation. The alien vessel's communication revealed a startling truth. They were explorers, like humanity, but explorers of a different kind. Their method of interaction was fundamentally different, a collective intelligence that viewed individual existence as a fluid concept. "They're testing us," Elena realized. "Not to conquer, but to understand." Marcus decoded fragments of the transmission. Concepts of exploration, of survival, of the fundamental drive to understand the universe, these were universal. The alien intelligence saw humanity not as a threat, but as a potential participant in a cosmic dialogue. Diego's voice crackled over the communication system. "Quantum drive is reaching critical levels. We can't sustain this much longer." But Elena knew they were past the point of traditional military engagement. This was diplomacy of the most fundamental kind, a conversation written in the language of quantum physics, of pure information and potential. The horizon began to change. Not through external modification, but through the collective will of its crew. Their neural networks, enhanced by quantum interactions, began to create a collective intelligence of their own, a human response to the aliens' collective consciousness. "We're communicating," Dr. Patel said, her voice filled with awe. "Not with words, not with traditional signals, but with pure potential." The alien vessel responded. Its surface began to resonate with patterns that mirrored the horizon's quantum field. It was no longer an aggressive entity, but something closer to a mirror, reflecting, learning, understanding. Sarah Quasey watched the tactical displays in disbelief. "They're not trying to destroy us," she said. "They're trying to communicate with us." In that moment, humanity transcended its previous limitations. The encounter was transforming them, expanding the very concept of intelligence, of existence, of potential. Diego's final warning came just as the quantum drive reached its absolute limit. "We're about to." The explosion of quantum energy was unlike anything humanity had ever witnessed. But it wasn't destruction. It was creation. The horizon and the alien vessel merged in a burst of quantum potential, not physically, but informationally. Centuries of human evolution, of technological innovation, of the fundamental human drive to explore and understand, culminated in this single moment. When the energy dissipated, something new existed in the vast emptiness of space. Not a human ship. Not an alien vessel. But a new form of existence, a testament to the power of curiosity, of determination, of the unbreakable human spirit. Captain Elena Rodriguez looked out into the infinite darkness. They had not conquered. They had not been conquered. They had communicated. And in that communication, they had become something more. The universe watched, and waited.